Hi, welcome to Lab Games. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
Today we're going to play
Mythe. Alright, Mythe is designed by Koji Malta, published by Luda Creations, and it's a hand management, kind of press your luck card game.
Yes. 2
to 4 players, and plays in just about 20 minutes. We're playing
good.
With the 2 of us today.
Just the 2 of us.
Just the 2 of us.
No. Alright, let's take it to the table and we'll show you how to play.
Hey, welcome to the table. Today we are going to play Mythe. So we have, or what we're going to be setting up is a 2-player game. So in the Kingdom of Mythe, it's suddenly raided by the evil red dragon and his monster companions, and he's taken away the golden sacred cheese.
It is so sacred.
It is sacred. It's actually a symbol of the kingdom's prosperity and unity.
Of course.
And the fate of the kingdom is in peril now.
It's a mouse kingdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the brave young heroes of Mythe, which would be us, in our little village, must set out on a desperate journey to the dragon's castle to recover the sacred cheese. So, what do we have to do? So Mythe is sort of a, I don't know what you'd want to call it, a card drafting type game?
It's a card drafting.
Hand management? Yeah, it's definitely bluffing.
Kind of game.
Hand management for sure.
It's hand management, but not necessarily your hand.
Managing the other player's hand, which is quite different. But we won't talk about that too much. We're going to get right into it and show you how to play. So, what do we do? To set up the game, you first have to remove all the cards for more than 2 players from the deck. So you'll end up with these, I believe there's 12 cards here. Yep, so for a 2-player game, the one major difference is you have to have a third or dummy hand in the game in order to sort of manage the predictability of the hand management. So all you have to do to start is deal out all the cards.
If you can talk and deal.
If I could talk and deal at the same time. So this is going to be the dummy hand. He'll always be in the middle. And we each have our own hands that we could look at any point. Now, in your hand, you're going to have essentially 3 different types of cards. You're going to have obstacle cards that have a skull on them. You're going to have cards that just have a number from 0 through 3. And you're also going to have some number cards that have a special symbol on them that represents powerful mythical weapons and aid that you'll need in order to defeat this dragon. So what is the purpose of the game? The purpose of the game is basically to play other players' cards, as many as you want, drawn one at a time from their hands in any order, until you want to stop. So it's press your luck. And for however many points you are able to pull without pulling an obstacle, you'll be able to move that many pips forward on the trail to the dragon. So each square has anywhere from 1 to 3 pips on it. So as long as you have enough pips to traverse multiple squares, you can do that. So for the purposes of this playthrough, I will be the little blue mouse hero.
Yes. And that would be the yellow mouse.
Yellow mouse. All right. So we essentially just are going to take turns. So how the game works is there's 2 phases, right? So on everybody's turn, one at a time, we will draw cards. And you're going to draw cards from other players, not from your own hand, from other players' hands, and flip them up. And they're going to be, and those are the cards that you're going to add up to your movement points. And then once you're done with that, you're going to put your whole hand together with everything you've drawn plus what you had in your hand, and then give out cards to each other player. And the main rule here is basically, at the end of your handout, every player must have at least 1 card in their hand. And that's it. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the playthrough, and we'll show you how this goes. All right, so you can go first.
And I'm going to look at my cards so I remember what they are.
Right.
And I will start drawing.
All right.
I got a 1.
So now you can stop.
I can stop, or I can press my luck.
Press your luck.
You know what? I'm just going to go with 1.
That's it, huh?
I'm so boring. I know.
That really is a lame.
It's so boring. So I take that back into my hand, and now I can get rid of any number of cards in my hand and give them to other players. So I'm going to give you 1, and I'm going to give 1 to the hand.
Mr. Hand.
Mr. Hand.
So obviously,
Shuffle these up a little
you
bit.
want to give the other players good cards.
Yes, because they're going to be cards you want to draw. You'll
Exactly.
never draw from your own hand, so you don't want to hoard all the good ones.
But none of us really know completely what's in the center, Mr.
Correct.
Hand, because
No.
we're both feeding this deck.
Right. And we're both pulling from it,
we could
too.
put good or bad in there. You know, just
Yep.
hoping that you don't pick from it.
Right.
So obviously the dummy hand's not going to go, but I am. So I think what I'll do is I'll start drawing from Mr. Hand.
Okay.
And I've got a 0, so I found a weak opponent.
He's such a little glob.
And I've got a... so I defeated a powerful enemy, so that's 1.
You just keep pressing him, aren't you?
Oh, 0. An empty treasure chest.
Well, we didn't know what he had.
No, we do soon enough.
Now we do.
Oh, my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
So that's 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a huge turn.
You must have all the obstacles.
I have enough. So this is one of those special cards where you find a
You weren't
legendary
very
sword,
worried about that.
which you have the legendary sword symbol. So the way that works, and you'll see at the very end, is when you get to the step before the dragon, at the very beginning of your turn, you have to reveal that you have that in your hand. You have that legendary weapon, and then you draw cards from the other player. And you really only need 1 success to move that 1 pip to kill him and win the game. So right now I've got a whole mess of cards.
You do. What are you going to
And
do? with all
I could keep them all if I so choose, really, right? But I think I'm going to start giving them away. So I've got a couple of good cards here I want to give away. And I'll give you 2. And I'll give him 2 as well. And you just have to shuffle him up once you give him cards so that nobody knows what's where. All right?
What's what?
What's what? And now you get to go.
All right.
Oh.
A 1.
Ooh, boy.
A 0.
You were caught off guard.
I was caught off guard. Oh!
Struck
I
by
got
lightning.
struck by lightning. So my turn immediately ends.
Immediately ends.
So I take these.
All right.
And now I've got the big mess of cards. And I will give... I've got too many cards here. Let's see. I want to give a lot of these away. I'm going to give these 3 to you.
I wonder what those are.
And I'm going to give these 2, I guess, back here. And...
Oh, boy. All right. So I get to go now.
Yep.
All right. So I will... Maybe I'll draw one of yours. Of course, you probably have all obstacles. So I fell headfirst into a valley. My turn is immediately over.
All right.
Wonderful. All right. Wunderful.
Wunderbar.
All right. So I'm going to get rid of some cards here. I'll give him 3. I'm not going to give you any.
Okay.
All right. So your go.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
And I'll stop there. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Boop. Okay. And and you have to give away cards, at least one.
I think so. I mean, I don't know if you
have to give
necessarily
out at least
do.
one.
You might be right.
I do believe that's the case. I'm gonna give this to you, and I'm gonna slide this guy in here. I'll shuffle these
Well,
out.
the rules say you may now give cards.
You may,
So
okay.
considering it says may,
Then
to me
you don't have
that's
to.
that's
Okay,
optional.
yeah.
So I don't think you have to give any.
All right, I can deal with that.
Well, he's got quite a few cards.
He's got so many cards because somebody was giving him all the cards.
Somebody gave him all the cards.
All the cards.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start drawing. Since he's got so many. 3.
Oh, that sucks.
I pressed my luck and I lost. I paid dearly for it.
You lost your luck.
Yep. All right. So what I think I'll do is give you 1 and give him 2. And you go.
Okay. 0, 1. What do we have? It 2 pip.
Ooh, there's 2.
I'll take the 2.
Okay, smart move.
Figure 3 cards. Okay. see. I'll give you one, and I'll give him one. Or her, I guess. We don't really know.
The hand. All right.
It's hard to shuffle like 4 cards. Oh, here you go.
I don't get to pick from you?
You do. Why would you pick that?
I don't know. So I was struck by lightning. Great. All right. Well, I'm going to give you one,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay.
So I'll let you draw from this guy.
Or from you.
Or from me.
You're like hoarding cards over there.
Kind of.
Why are you doing that?
Oh. 2.
2. I will take the 2.
All right.
I'm not like a big risk taker.
You're not, but you're moving, and I'm not. So
Well, you can come back from that though.
I could.
I will give you these 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I will give him these 2.
Interesting. All right. I'm
Is
gonna
it though?
Well, yeah. 1.
Is it that interesting?
It's very interesting. 0. 2. That's 3.
Uh-huh. You can go for one more?
See, I can only move 1 square if I go 1 more. 0. Wow, this is bad.
What are you gonna do?
Yes!
Well, you should know, because you have all the rest of the cards,
2,
right?
3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So what are we gonna see today?
Let's see. You get to basically see the deck however you want.
However I'd like. So I'll give you that one, and I'll give you these 2. And I'm gonna give him these 2, and I'm gonna give him these 2, and this one.
Okay.
All right. So that was my big catch up.
Okay. And mustard.
And mustard. Oh, fell head first. That's no good.
All right. I gotta give this guy some cards. I'm gonna give him. Let's see. I'll give him 2.
Hmm.
I'll give you none.
Give me none. He's got like all the cards, this guy.
He's got half of them, yes.
Yeah. See, you always hold 0s. Why do you hold 0s?
I don't always hold 0s.
You hold a lot of them.
It just happened to happen that way this time.
Oh,
Really?
the dragon.
Dragon's
I'm gonna
like,
go
coming.
conservative this round and move up 1.
Okay.
All right.
Smart move.
And I will give 1 to you and 1 to him.
Okay.
All right. So, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna fall headfirst into a valley again.
That works for me.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
I'm not gonna give any cards.
No cards.
Nope. Here.
Interesting. Here,
Here.
0. Struck by lightning.
Oh,
Keep
no.
finding that one.
How do you keep finding that?
I don't know. I'll give.
You're wearing like lead shoes.
I'll give him 1.
And that's it?
And that's it.
Okay.
I'll keep this interesting. Whoa, easy.
What? Why are you holding on to it? So stop pushing that card up. Ah.
Oh, I'll let you take whatever card you want.
No, you were pinching them really hard.
I wanted you to be certain of which one you were going for.
Yeah, right.
I needed a commitment from you there.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
What?
Did you fall head first into a pit?
I got turned to stone by a curse. I don't even know how you recover from that. I'm gonna give you 1, and I'm gonna give him 1 too.
The one you gave him a 2.
I gave him a 1 2.
A 1, the old 1 2.
The old 1 2.
All right, so let's see here. All right. 0. Why do I keep picking 0? That's why I don't like picking out of your hand.
Why?
All I get are 0s. And he gives me 1
Yeah, he does.
and 1. So I found a clue in town, and then I escaped from.
Too bad that's not enough to move.
Oh!
You hate me? Is that what you just said?
You always foil my plans.
Foiled again.
Here's
You're
2
the one
for
that
you.
picked. Not me.
And I'm gonna go 2 for the big guy.
Okay.
Or gal.
Or gal. Or mouse.
Or mouse.
Whatever the case may be.
It is a mouse. Go.
Alright.
Oh my
that
goodness.
sucks. I got struck by lightning. You love that card so much.
I do.
Alright. I'm gonna give it back to him.
Do you give it back? You're giving it all back.
I'm giving it all back.
Alright. He's got a lot of cards. I guess I gotta go thin out his stack a little bit. I need
Thin
3
out.
for the next.
You do.
Ah, great. So an empty treasure chest. I found a secret key.
Mm-hmm.
I have a weak opponent.
A month opponent.
Why do I keep
That sucks.
picking this turn to stone? I'm starting to stop picking from your hand. It really isn't worth it. It's not paying off.
It's not paying dividends?
No, here's 1 for you.
Thanks.
And here is 1 for him. Alright, go ahead.
Oh, first into the valley. Valley of Kings.
So many traps.
Alright, I'm not gonna give any cards out.
No cards?
Nope.
Alright, let's see if he has what I need. 1. Defeat a powerful enemy. Caught off guard. And find a clue in town. So I need to find
That?
struck by lightning.
It gets harder once you get closer to the
A
dragon.
lot harder. There you go.
Okay. And that's his hand?
This is his right here. Ooh.
I only need 1. I'm gonna stop and do that.
Just 1?
Just 1.
Okay. Get some forward progress here.
Being a little conservative. You have a lot of cards too.
You do, yeah.
You do. Well, I do now because you gave me all those cards. There.
Alright, so shuffle him up. How many cards do you have in your hand? 3?
3.
What do I do? Do I go for the cards in your hand? Maybe.
Oh.
1. Oh, you were holding that?
I was.
3, 4. I need 1 more.
I know,
Oh, do
what
I
are you
go
gonna
for
do?
it? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go right here and I'm going to call it a day.
Okay.
What do I do here? So I'm going to give you a card
Okay.
and I'm going to give
Naturally.
him a card. Okay, so we're getting there. Rounding the bend.
We are making our way. My turn?
Yep. 1, 2, 1 more. Oh. Oh!
No!
Press your luck.
Ugh.
Sorry,
Sorry, I shouldn't have picked like incrementally like that.
You know, I've tried skipping and
It doesn't work.
It doesn't
You just
work.
never know. You never know what you're gonna get.
it is like
A bar of chocolate.
a box of chocolates. Did you say a bar of chocolate?
Chocolate. You always know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you really do.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
dear.
Alright, I'm gonna give you 1.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's it? That's all that's happening here?
That's all that's happening here.
Alright, so I need 1, 2. Yes. Escape from a dangerous trap and defeat a powerful enemy. I move up 1 more.
That like is your mouse too, I think.
It is
Little
my
blue
mouse, a little blue mouse. So I
Alright.
got to give the big guy some cards.
You
Alright.
do.
So I will give him 3, and I'll give you 1.
Whoa.
All right.
What?
Whoa!
Really? Really? I wish the people at home could see how happy you are right now. It's sickening.
Oh,
You're as red as this card.
I know.
With joy.
It is funny.
It's kind of funny.
It really is. They're so terrible.
It's a little bit funny.
Well, they take the wind right out of your sails.
They really do. You're like,
oh.
you're heading along. You're like, oh yeah, this is great.
It's like.
All right.
All right. Okay, let's go.
Don't look at the cards.
I'm going for your hand. You've got a lot of cards.
Okay, I
here.
do have a lot of cards.
Why are you holding that?
What?
You're squeezing
Holding a
it.
one? I wasn't
No, why
holding
are you
it.
squeezing
Here,
it?
it's all light. Go ahead.
It's not gonna help me.
What else do you want?
I want that one. Yes. 3.
Okay.
Two cards for you.
Thank you.
And that's it. All right, so
It's my turn.
I know.
You're so excited. What were you gonna say? So what?
So buttons.
So,
You can go. I'll explain on my turn.
okay.
Oh, 3. Oh, keep on drawing.
Huh?
So keep on a drawing. Oh!
Yes. Boom. Thank you.
Wow, you had a big hand there.
I did.
Well, that stinks.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
I've noticed this game, like, no matter how much of a lead you get, the other player always seems to catch up.
Yep.
No matter
Yeah.
what.
Well, I think the last game we played, I was like super far ahead of you.
Yeah, I was,
and
like,
then you
here.
like caught up in like 2 turns. It was ridiculous.
And you were way up here, and I was just having such a bad run, and next thing you know, I was way ahead.
Yeah.
These his?
Those are yours.
These are mine? Of course they are.
And he will take
Well, this is not good.
those and
And that.
yep.
Oh dear. Okay, so what has to happen here is, in order for me to fight the dragon now, because I only need 1 pip, but in order to fight him, I need to prove that I'm holding one of the 3
Weapons.
legendary weapons or whatever they are. So I have the legendary sword. So I'm going to use this
Okay.
to attack him, but I need to have at least 1 success here. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, turn them over. Shuffle them up for me.
I just shuffled them.
I want you to mix them all up. I know you're strategically placing them somewhere that
I shuffled them already.
All right, you ready? Okay.
Stop looking at them.
I'm not.
You're peeking.
I'm staying down low so I can't
Close your
see.
eyes.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
I'm gonna draw blind. Okay.
Okay, draw blind.
Dang! Struck by lightning.
You shouldn't have made me shuffle them.
I know.
You do better that way. You draw zeros.
I do draw zeros. I will give him 2.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right. Okay. 1, 4. Oh, I'm only 1 behind anyway.
Yeah.
So that puts me right there. I
Yep.
can't go any further.
You cannot.
Okay. Do, 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 do. I will give you that. No. I'm gonna give you that.
All right.
And that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to be picking from your hand.
All right.
Clearly. All right.
You didn't give me any cards?
Nope.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Have at it.
I'm gonna defeat the dragon with my pretty mouse fairy. Blessed by the legendary fairy.
Blessed by the legendary fairy.
Oh, done.
She pulls it off.
Boom.
Boom.
Goodbye, dragon.
He's defeated,
He's defeated.
and you claim
And I claimed the sacred cheese.
the golden sacred cheese.
It's really heavy actually.
It's actually made of
has
metal.
some weight to it.
Nice.
He's like way down your cards.
Well
All right,
played.
so that's it.
Let's go talk about this.
All right.
Well, there you have it. Mythe.
I got the sacred cheese.
You did, and I didn't.
Oh, that's all right though. You were close.
I was close.
I caught up though.
I should have had the cheese.
Yeah.
But you got to cut the cheese.
Yeah.
Nothing
well,
new there. So let's go ahead and
Let's talk about the game. So, we've played this quite a few times.
yes.
What do you think about replayability?
It's got pretty good replayability. You know what I mean? Because it's quick.
Yeah, it's
like
quick.
any of the quicker games, they all
Yeah.
lend to have good replayability, I think. There's a good mix of cards. It's a
Yeah.
lot of, and since you're playing off of other players, I think that adds to it. It's not like you're playing the game every time.
Yeah.
You're playing against other players.
Yeah, that was going to be my point, I think, is that, like, the game experience is kind of the same every time, but depending on who you're playing with,
Right.
and the decisions that those people make, that's really what's going to, change the game up for you and what their strategies are and stuff like that. So
Correct.
fun.
Yes, definitely.
All right, what about weight?
This is a light game.
Yeah.
Very, very light.
Yeah.
So you could probably play this with just about anybody.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a good, certainly a good game that you can teach to someone who's never even played a game before, because there's no like iconography. There's no
right.
like explaining, hey, you get this many numbers, draw some cards, press your luck, and
Yeah, as long as you can count pips.
as long as you can count pips, you can
I think you need to
move on
count
the
to
board.
like 4 in this game.
Pretty much at most. I think 3 is the highest pip count you'll need
Yeah.
for any one space. So
Yeah.
it's very, very simple.
Cool. What about the components?
Components, I would say, are very good.
Yes.
I put them in the very good category. So the board itself sort of puts itself in its own category.
It takes you back, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. It takes you back to the age of pop-up books.
Yes.
And it's very nice. I like it. Looks cool. It's a little compact town with a path, and then
Yeah.
the mountains and the dragon and all that. The cheese is made of metal, which is a really nice touch.
that was really neat.
Yeah, you're really happy with
I
that
was
piece.
like, wow, it actually has like weight to it.
Yeah, so even like the meeples, the dragon, they're all like unique. The meeples are mice, the dragon is a dragon.
Yeah.
And the cards, the art's pretty good. The cards, I love the fact that all these like very card driven sort of drafting games, that the cards are done on like a tarot size card.
Yeah,
And that
right.
really lends to I don't know if it's more of the tactile experience of grabbing a giant card and
Right.
moving around. It's easier when you're shuffling them constantly.
Well, especially when you're drafting them from other players'
Yes.
hands and things.
Yeah.
You're not really worried about keeping everything in your hand and manipulating things around. So
Right.
it's easier to kind of like take from.
I like that. Yeah, if it had normal like deck size cards or standard size cards, then it probably would not have.
Had the same experience.
No, not at all. And I think it definitely added to the quality of the components. So yeah, I'd say these are very good component quality.
Okay,
items. For
cool.
such a tiny little game in a little box.
It is. It's a very small game in a very small box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about the theme?
Theme is cool. It's different.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's very unique.
So you're playing as a mouse.
You are a mouse.
You're like a mouse going to get some cheese.
Yes, so this is like the super, super light, simple version of Mice and Mystics, which you've never played,
No.
but that's like a more, dungeon crawling, I don't know if it's like a very trashy dice chucking, fight rats against mice, but it's mice as knights and, fighting against evil, bad things, in sort of a medieval setting,
Yeah.
fantasy setting. So like this is kind of the same theme-ish.
Yeah.
But on a much, like higher level where you're
Right,
not down in
yeah.
the combat, you're just kind of progressing through this bigger story. You're like
Right.
playing through a storybook. I think that's more of how it's
like
supposed
it kind
to
of could have been any theme.
be. It could have been anything,
Like
yeah.
the theme didn't really drive the game, but definitely the details were there that made it fun.
Right, and it came out.
While you're playing through, it definitely came out.
And it comes out because of the components.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think that
Yeah.
those kind of they tie into each other.
Yep.
So
All right, cool. How about fun factor? Did you have fun?
it's a fun game, yeah.
Yeah.
I did have fun with it. It's and I don't normally play these drafting games.
Yeah.
Like we don't do them too often,
Well,
but
we don't do a ton of at least I'm not really like a press your luck.
right.
Press I'm so conservative.
Yes. You struggle with that.
I take like very calculated risks.
Yes.
So for me, it's like, all right, I got my 1 point. Like I'm going to move one space.
But this kind of
But
pushes you out of that.
It does. It pushes me out of it a little bit because you do have some control over where cards are and things. So you can kind of look at your hand and you're like, all right, I know that there's 3, obstacles in the game right
Yeah.
now. I've got 2 of them. Maybe I can, take a bit more of it, which actually is a very calculated risk.
That's a calculated risk, yeah.
But,
Yes.
but I think the mechanisms are really fun.
Right, and I think what also keeps it fun is the fact that you know exactly how many cards of each are in the game.
Right.
So you can sort of calculate where are they. So if you're really losing,
Yeah.
you collect enough of those obstacle cards, and you can take just about every card out there
Right.
to get yourself back up to speed on the
Yeah.
board, right? To get caught up. So in all the games we've played, there's always been this gap. Like one of us will take off.
Right.
And the other one has no problem catching back up again.
Right.
Which is
Yeah.
great. I think that's a huge balance mechanism
Absolutely.
there. That lends to
And
it.
we always end the game right, like
Right
both
there.
of us right before the dragon,
Yep.
and it's just a matter of who has the right card in their hand at the time to be able to slay the dragon.
Yeah, so the
and
whole
then who drafts that 1 point.
Exactly, and that's
Yeah.
what that like introduces this whole end game strategy.
Yeah.
So like again, those are all components or all things that lend to the fact that it's a fun game at the end because you've got so many different strategies. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, and your strategy changes over the course of the game. When you're
Right.
talking about a 20-minute game, I mean, you're constantly changing your strategy a little bit as you're going to make sure that you're in a position to win at the end.
Right.
It's
so
fun.
yeah, it's a fun game.
Cool. What about the setup?
There's like no setup. Like
Open board.
Open board. It pops up and throw your meeples on it, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And it just weeding out the cards, but the cards are clearly labeled.
Yeah.
The back of the player aid tells you exactly what card should be in for which player count. So
Yeah.
it's
A minute.
very simple. Yeah, it's a very light little box. It's very simple to set up.
Okay. What about the audience? We talked a little bit about weight.
Yes. So this is anyone.
Yeah.
Kids, people new to the hobby, people who've never really played a board game, because this is not something that would scare anyone away.
Absolutely
You know what I
not.
mean, here you go. It's a cute little card game, and you can jump right in, play it, and I think anybody would enjoy this. So
Yeah.
anybody. This is anyone audience.
Okay. And conclusions.
Conclusion. So yeah, I think it's a very unique game. I think it kind of builds on this whole card drafting game, because there's a lot of card drafting games out there, with this limited deck size that are just cards. So
Right.
I think this one adds a little bit more to that, and I like that. I like the fact that it kind of it opens it up a bit more to just us exchanging cards and playing
Right.
cards. So you've also got to manage the board, and you're building towards something else, and I like that. So I think the components are great. I think the replayability is there. It's light. It's open to a lot of different audiences. So, in my opinion, I'd say this is this would go down as I'd say it's a great game. Like it's a great little game. It's got a very small footprint. It travels well. We like to say that.
It travels well.
So this is something you could throw in your bag
best way.
and bring anywhere. Yeah. So you could play this on. I always look to could you play this on an airplane on a food tray? On the back of the seat. You put the tray down. Does it fit on that tray? Yes, it does.
Well, and the other thing that's kind of nice about it too is it's a very quiet game.
Yes.
So, I mean, we talked a little bit, we had some banter while we were playing, of course, but you really don't have to talk during this game at all.
No. So you could play
if
this.
you were, in a place where you had to be quiet or something, it's nice to be able to take it out. And just,
Right, and I think that's a nice quality to have in a game that you would put in a travel bag and make it portable. We'll call it. So.
All right, cool.
Excellent. There you have it. Thank you to Luda Creations for supplying us with the review copy of the game. I hope everyone enjoyed the playthrough and the review, and we will see you at the next video.
All right, see ya.
Take care.